You never know. There are mountain lions and bears out in this area. They've been seen, so better safe than sorry. Could be a good walking stick. So obviously I'm not out here actively looking for mountain lions and bears and tigers. Wait, wrong continent. But that would just be crazy. I love doing wildlife photography, but those are the kind of animals that you kind of want to post up in a place in like a blind and wait for them to come, kind of know the area. Definitely I'm not going to be actively walking and searching for them through a snow-covered area, because they're smarter than us, folks. Those animals are smarter than us. Mountain lions are ambush hunters, so I am not actively looking for those guys. Again, the bear spray and the walking stick, these are all just precautions, because you know I'm in an open space area, and you know here in Colorado the human wildlife interface is becoming more common as we push into their territory. So I just thought that would be kind of a funny way to start the video, a sort of a sadistic funny way to start this video. But I'm not searching for those animals today. If I encounter any birds or deer, that would be really cool. But I've come out to this open space just to do a little scout. This is a very impromptu photo trip today. I'm about half hour from Colorado Springs, and really just out here having a walkabout, trying to get rid of a headache that I woke up with. I find getting out and hiking really helps clear the head, and maybe we'll find some good landscape photos. Got the tripod, got the camera, got the vlogging camera. So out here today, just doing a little walkabout, doing some scouting. I'm not sure I'm gonna come away with anything today. I saw one composition from the parking lot, actually, that maybe at the end of the day we'll probably take a shot of that. But this is just a scouting expedition. There is a possibility for a decent sunset today. We've got quite a bit of high altitude cloud and some medium altitude cloud as well. So decent possibility, but if I don't find a composition, be true to a pretty light show, but not much in the way of good photography. So I've never been out here scouting around, and we'll just see what we can find. You know, you never know. It's good to get out and scout new locations. So anyway, let's get walking down this trail and see what we can find. caught it that time. It's getting blustery up here. After I was done filming one of those segments that earlier, this thing, tripod and all, kind of took a tumble in the snow. So that was fun. Camera doesn't look like it was damaged. It got a little snow on it, but doesn't look like it got hurt in any important places. So, yay. So I'm setting up for a composition right now that admittedly would be fantastic if the light was a little bit better, but I don't feel like being out on the trail when the light's going to be like good, because there was a segment coming up that's really icy and I don't fancy being stuck on that because there's not great cell reception out here. I'm sure some pro photographer right now who sees this is going to be like, well, you can tell he's an amateur, doesn't want to be out to get the shot. I've been out to get the shot, but I also don't fancy breaking my leg in snow and ice, because again, there's no reception out here. Okay, so really quickly, because it's getting windy up here and I'm feeling like I'm playing catch between two different tripods right now, I've got a shot of Pikes Peak over out there in the distance with this other mountain, which I'm not sure which mountain this is, but it's really cool. It just kind of really caught my eye. It's kind of just a wide dynamic shot, zoomed in with the 70 to 200 at about just over 100 mil f8 ISO 100, over 640 of a second shutter speed. Just kind of waiting for a break in the wind because I'm getting knocked around up here right now. I'm sure you guys can hear it even with my dead cat mic cover on there right now. It's pretty windy up here. I'm just waiting for a quick break in the weather, quick break in the wind. So nervous that this tripod's gonna take a tumble because it's not really perched all that sturdily. But this is really cool because we've got this bank of clouds just over Pikes Peak, and that's just adding to some really dynamic interest in this shot. Just gonna kick this over to live view so I can get the mirror out of the way. Focused in on Pikes Peak. 10-second timer because it's windy as heck up here. Waiting for a little bit of a break in the weather here. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. 10-second timer. Please, 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 please don't be windy. Oh, come on. That didn't work. Wind kicked up at just the wrong time. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Just need the wind to hang on for a minute. Just getting buffeted right now. Okay, here we go. Another break. If it can just hold. Come on, hold. Just kicks up right as the timer's about to fire. Let's check that one. That might have gotten it. It's hard to tell on the back of the LCD. That shot looks like it's probably sharp. I'm gonna hold out here for just a second. See if I can get one more attempt at this. Okay, here we go. Maybe if I time this one just right. Yes! I think the wind was just calm enough right there to not hit the wind, to not hit the lens. Again, it's hard to tell on the back of the LCD. It looks sharp, but we'll see once I get it into the computer and on my monitor, and then I can really tell if it's sharp or not. Hopefully this image turned out, because I really, really like it, guys. I think you will too. So, after taking that shot just down the trail here, I've hiked up a little bit farther, and I stopped for about 20 minutes because I came to an area where there were a lot of chickadees that were, or some other little bird. They were all feeding on some pine cones up in the trees, and I stopped for a few minutes, tried to get my camera out, take some pictures of them, but as soon as I did that, they all flew away. I waited for a few minutes to wait and see if they'd come back, but they didn't. So, I'm trying to decide if it's worth keep going up and get to that view up there, if I should head back down, because it's just past 4 o'clock right now. Again, looking at my non-existent watch, and trying to decide if it's worth it to keep going up, or if I should head back down now and try and catch golden hour down at the bottom of the trail, because there was a composition earlier that I saw that I really liked, and I'm starting to think the clouds, we might get a half decent sunset tonight, I think. So I'm thinking maybe it might be worth just to head back down, kind of wait it out there and get that shot. Also, it's getting really icy going up this trail. It's really hard packed. I keep hearing little noises. I keep hearing little birds all over the place. But yeah, I think we're gonna turn around because we're getting close. I think we're getting into the start of golden hour. I'd like to get down to that one spot and then get that shot. And then there was another shot I saw from the parking lot, like I mentioned earlier, that I'd like to get as well. So I think we're gonna turn around, head back down the trail, hopefully not slip and fall, because you know my record when it comes to hiking in snow. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Sliding around a little bit in the snow there. Guys, if you've hung around this long, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button. So we've come down off of the hillside there to set up for this shot. We are in early stages of early evening. It is 4:38 at this point. And we've come down. We're starting to get some really nice golden light just on the foreground here and out on the out there on the mountainsides here, on the hillsides here. And so I've come down. This is a shot that I scoped out earlier during the day when we first started hiking up the hill here. And I was like, you know what, this is a pretty good composition, but I bet it would be much better come sundown. So that's why I decided to wait. I took a test shot just to kind of get the framing and composition in my head right, and to have an idea of what I was looking for. And then, of course, I come down here and I see what the light's doing, and I throw that completely out the window, because I get down here and I'm trying to figure out why I'm not seeing the same thing that I was seeing earlier. Maybe I was a little farther over that way, maybe I was a little farther up the trail, I don't know, but I wasn't seeing it. But what I was seeing was a panoramic, because I was trying to frame up the shot. I had this little tree, this little pine tree right here in the foreground, and something about that just said it needed to be included. But the shot with that and the hillside there in the background, I don't know what hill that is. I'll put it up somewhere if I remember. It wasn't balanced right. It was too much. It was something that was too close, something that was too far away. Didn't feel right. I started thinking about it. I kind of started panning my camera around. At first I was thinking, okay, 16:9 composition, that wasn't working right. And then I flipped the camera vertically and I started kind of spinning it to see what would happen. And the panorama just came together. So I've taken I shot it going one way, and then I shot it bringing it back the other way, leveling out the camera both times. So I'm thinking that actually is going to work a lot better than the shot I was pre-visualizing when I got up here earlier today. So far so good. It's looking like we could have a very good sunset. There's a lot of high altitude cloud right now, and I'm thinking the light might catch really well. I think we're going to move back down by the parking lot, because there was one composition there that I saw at the beginning that I really want to capture, and I think that would work really well. Excuse me. I think that would work really well with the setting sun. I think I don't want to lose. Why I took this shot beforehand instead of waiting for the color to hit was I didn't want to lose the light on the foreground, and I'm not a big fan of blending composites, because I think those just look kind of fake. And I'm not talking like HDR fake where you can just go crazy, but like that's a composition of just the same shot over and over. I don't want to blend a sky with a lit up foreground, because that just doesn't seem real to me. So we're gonna pack this up and we're gonna head back down to the parking lot and wait for the color to hit. I think maybe here in an hour or 45 minutes, depending. So yeah, fingers crossed that we get good color tonight, guys. I'm really hoping that hits. I haven't gotten a good colorful sunset in a while. I'm sinking in the mud here a little bit. Okay, so we've got some high cloud out that way, and that might catch, but the composition that I was hoping to shoot to end the night on is, unfortunately, folks, it's not gonna work out. Out back there we've got a little tree that's up against what looks like a little kind of red dirt, mini kind of cut in the land, like a mini canyon or something like that, mini grove. And I think if it weren't for the fact that we've got that low bank of low-hanging cloud right there, I think it would have been actually a pretty good shot to end the night on. But that's just how it goes. That low cloud moved in and it's blocked. I could see back there behind it, there's some high cloud that's starting to turn color a little bit. But that's just how it goes sometimes. There's definitely some low to mid-level clouds that have rolled in and are kind of messing with the sunset tonight. So I think we're not going to get that sunset that I was kind of hoping before, or sunset's probably going to happen, to be honest, maybe over out that way, but I don't have time to find a composition. It's getting dark really quickly, as you guys can tell. So I think we're going to end it here. Again, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Also, I was just kind of having this random thought that this area might actually be really good for some astrophotography. So I think we're going to have to come back here later in the year to do some astrophotography, because we're far enough away from city lights that I feel like we could get some pretty cool shots. I don't know if the Milky Way will line up out here exactly. We just got to see. You have to take the chance and try. But yeah, definitely an area to come back to, I think. I think there is some potential for some night sky photography out here. But we're going to wait till it's summer, or at least mid-spring, because it's too cold right now. But again, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure, like I said already, hit the subscribe button if you're not already. And leave me a comment below if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a good night. And until next time, I will see you guys out on the trail.